Hey guys, welcome in part 3 how to make the Greenland pedal. So in a previous video I reveal a lot of things about it, but at the same time I want to share more. So if you decided build your own, you're gonna get a little bit better idea. So first of all, as I'm doing this and learning as it goes, for sure there is many ways you can start it. You can make the pedal out of the one piece, or if you like to have some character to it, then you can add different colors and different species of the wood. It's not necessarily to use the cedar. Cedar, it's like a really nice light wood, really great to work with, so I would say if you're a beginner and if you don't have a whole lot of tools, just for the cutting and shaping and sanding part, that cedar would be probably very preferable. And I think most of the stores, when you can buy a piece of 2x4, 8-foot long piece 2x4, and if you can find out a couple details how to start it, or you simply just to look it up the pictures and get a kind of idea how to do it, I would say that would be perfect. So a couple things I want to show in the beginning. So this is the yellow glue, this one, this kind of container you can buy in many places like Home Depot, Menards, I believe, Woodcraft stores as well. It's got this little nice flat part, so you can start making the lane. But then, because when you are gluing a lot of pieces together, it's kind of important to not to get your fingers dirty right away. So for that, I'm using this silicone pan and this silicone roller. You can find those online. You can find those in the Woodcraft stores. And also you can also use this pen and this brush, and it's great if it dries out. It cleans perfect, so you can reuse this for the probably many years to go if you taking care of it. So that's for the glue part. Now I want to go say that when I get to the portion when I glue all pieces together, and make a first cutout and plane somewhat that shape of the pedal, then obviously the next step was a sanding part. So I start with a 80 grain start with a 60 grain, then I move to the 80 grain, then I move to the 100, then I move to the 150, and for some final touches I use 320, which this one, it's really you have to be almost perfectly perfect to just to kind of give a little extra touch. If you choose to use as many different papers, you can really get away if you use just a 80 or 60 grain first, and then you just do a 120 grain. You can get in a really great shape right there. So also choosing the species, it's a probably huge question mark for the lots of us. I would say because I'm a carpenter, so I got some of the wood around, so I don't have to necessarily buy everything, because I always have some sort leftover what I can use, but in this case, when I was started working on my pedal, this is one of the end cutouts. In a previous video I was saying I left a couple you know, probably 4 inches extra. So when I make the first, you know, template, or like a first blank, that's the one of them, you know, I make these ends a little bit longer. So when I get to the shape, when I wanna insert my beaver tails, so this is one of the leftovers, so you can kind of see what I did there, you know. So this is goes in a end, okay. So that would be my female cut, and this thing is gonna be my male, and that goes inside. Obviously, when I started, like, the whole piece was a kind of bigger, and then when I started to finally make the shape, I make the outline for that beaver tail and cut it with the jigsaw, you know. Also want to show you guys couple little different things here, kind of, you know, mix up of the ideas, you know. So one of the ideas was a heat treated ash, you know, really nice color, you know, really nice brown color, really straight grain. I happen to have couple pieces from the previous project. Obviously, in the first one, I make the first one out of the cedar. I might gonna change the plans around a little bit with the second piece. I might actually gonna split this and put like a really tough piece in the middle. Maybe piece of oak, maybe piece of maple, maybe piece of the ipe wood, which is like a really tough Brazilian wood, and make this a little bit more tough, because now I'm leaning this in a part of the table and kind of grabbing the end here, so you can see there is a lot of flexibility here, right? And this is like still pretty raw piece, like even this whole portion, it's still pretty beefy. Okay, so I learned, like, I don't mind to have a flexibility, because, you know, in the water, you know, once you pedaling, I'm sure you would not probably notice this a lot, you know. It's maybe gonna be beneficial thing, but again, you know, I'm building the first one, so I will see how that one works, and I'm almost got a feeling like a next one I want to make it a little bit more stiff in like that whole portion, you know. Like when I got that, I show you here in a second how it looked like so far, but still, you know, one of the wood would be the ash. This is the like a next blank. This one I actually purchased. So this one, it's probably like 1.75 inches right now, and before I start to even make the first shape, I'm gonna probably cut this down a square to like a 1.5 inches by 1.5 inches, 2 by 2, and that's gonna be my centerpiece, you know. So my next one is gonna be probably a poplar centerpiece. And then one of the next layers I might gonna go for, it's a sapwood. It's a really nice red wood. You know, it's like once you sand it, it looks like super polished, pops out of that like a beautiful, like a reddish color. And I still got a couple pieces of the babinga. And that would be probably, this block would be enough for making the couple, you know, beaver tail. So I might gonna use this for the beaver tail. And what I want to show you next is this piece here. This is just a testing piece, right? So what I did, I got one of the finishes, which is one coat only finish, and this finish, it's meant to be for ipe wood, you know. So when you're making like boats, pieces like railings, benches, or decking itself out of the ipe, this is gonna be the one of the finish, you know. Like, so this piece is not like a perfectly sanded, so you see like all kinds of imperfections in it. Okay, and little dust, of course. Carpenter glitter. So you can see the difference here, you know. So, and also in the bottom you can see just the test, you know, for the one of the micro pen. I might gonna put some like a detailed information, you know, like a sense I've been doing this, maybe my name, and maybe the date when the pedal was built. So this is gonna be one of the finishes I'm thinking about it, you know, for my final coats. I find this maker out of the Canada, and he making this badger, I believe it's called badger oil, and it's a really nice hemp finish for the pedals. The only thing about that finish is that you can just wipe it in a couple of coats, like till you till you see the wood it's not absorbing, not penetrating any more of that material, and you can leave it there. And then basically after every pedaling you just put like a little extra coat of that, you know, because I really started to like that natural feel to the pedal, you know. Obviously you can use the varnish, you can really use any finish, but I like watching more and more of these videos, and I started to have a feeling that I want to use something what it's gonna be also like good for environment, you know. Obviously you're sticking this pedal in a different waters, and when you go to the clear waters, you know, you don't need to necessarily bring anything bad with you. So that would be maybe one of the idea what I was started thinking, like maybe not to use the lacquer, maybe not to use the varnish, but I might gonna start to use like one of these like a natural oils. One other oil what I'm learning, it's pretty good, it's a tung oil, but it have to be 100% tung oil. You don't want to use like anything out of the shelf what is gonna say it's a tung oil, and it's gonna have like all kinds of blends of the mineral spirits and like fast drying materials, and who knows what kind of chemicals they gonna speed up the drying, you know. Those natural finishes, they not necessarily gonna came out as shiny, but they gonna prevent your pedal, and they gonna feel really natural in your hands, you know. So this is where I'm at so far with my pedal, and I feel right now like my work is done here. Now I'm ready for the finish, you know. So that's how it's gonna look like. And as you see again, now you see a little bit better that like this middle section, you know, it's not like perfect around, you know. It's got like a little bit flat spots on it, and I really like that, because like I explaining earlier, that like first of all, it's feel natural. You're not making like a perfect round with your hand anyway, you know. So like a bone in your fingers, you know, and those little palms, they stick to the pedal a lot nicer, and keeping the pedal when you want to be with that pedal, you know. Once this shape is done like that, you know, obviously from the previous video you can see like everything started like making like a really nice connections, really nice smooth finishes. This end, no, not this one, the other end here, that's the one I gotta fix, as I showed you in a previous video. That's when this whole thing snap clean off, you know, because I make this out of the, originally I make this out of the as you see, one piece. Okay, so the grain goes this way. This is like super tough. It's still like, this is like you know, barely 3/16 of the inch. This is like a barely quarter inch thick part, and I just like put it like against the sander, you know, by mistake, you know, when once it's spinning, you know, it's just grab this and like snap this clean off, you know. So I gotta make like a new insert, take the actual piece. This time I use the in grain, you know, so this grain goes this way, but this piece, the grain goes this way, so it's a lot tougher. It's like almost impossible to break now actually. And then I use like I pocket it both sides, and I make like this insert mortise piece, you know, and that's how the one end basically holding in a place. And I still don't mind. I did the other end this way because, like I said, there's been like a very unusual situation when that happened, you know. So I still believe like my other end is gonna remain pretty strong, because you know, once you see the short video, which is just like a music video, like a couple seconds long, and it's showing just the pictures, so you would see this piece and those two pieces, you know, they got like all notches. So this piece is actually bite into these two sides, and it's coming still inch, you know, inch deep, a little bit actually. It's a little bit more than inch deep, you know, so it is very strong. So this is where I'm at right now, you know. Pedal, it feels like really good. I'm really ready to put some finish coat on it, and hopefully you guys again gain some information about this making pedal series or mini series I'm making. My last video would be probably finished, or maybe just to show you right away how the pedal doing in the water, you know. So hopefully I actually check all boxes with you guys, like what to use for the gluing, what to use you know, to making the beaver tails. You can do the one piece only if you decided, and show you like a couple different finishes what you might want to check out. And like I said, I'm just started doing this. There is a lot of guys, they doing like incredible custom pedals, and they are gonna give you whatever information they got for you. So like obviously check them out. And from my side here, I would say like this is how I do it. And still so far, you know, I would say it's still barely like a full day, you know. I mean, you spread it that day in a you know, cutting part, making the blank, then putting the gluing pieces together, then cutting off somewhat shape, then start sanding. And in the end, it's still just like probably, even with the finishing, what I'm gonna do on it, it's still, you know, hours. It's gonna probably take out a day or two to making it to the complete finish. Besides that, it's for me, because obviously I do like a regular work, so it's a fun project. So I've been doing this for, you know, a couple of weeks now, you know. Every time I got a little time, I jump on it, work on it a little bit, and jump back to my project. So hope you guys enjoy this, and if you have any question about it, I really like to answer them if I have a right answer for you. Hopefully whatever you're doing, you know, have a fun with it. Don't take it like too seriously. Like this pedal, it's still not one of the best kind. It's still not one of the best pedals out there. There's like many beautiful pedals out there, a lot better made, and eventually with a lot better finish on it. I like mine because I made it, and in the end of the day, it's a piece of tool. You're gonna stick it into the water, and you're gonna pedal with it, you know. And if you tip over, you're gonna use this, you know, as your support piece, you know, to get back on your kayak. So for making the piece of tool, for try to like put like your best effort in it, I think like that's like a most fun you can get for you know, just your time, you know. And I think it's a still better time to spend making something cool, what is gonna maybe get some people to ask you about it, than you know, just to sit on a phone and you know, texting. So you guys have fun out there. I hope you enjoy this, and see you on the next one.